Hey, welcome in. Wow, what a day at the state baseball semifinals yesterday in Akron. Whew, man, you talk about working overtime. Both Olentangy Orange and Russia and St. Henry, too, working overtime in the state baseball semifinals. But of course, when two teams play, one's got to come out on the short end. And that team that came out on the short end in the Russia St. Henry game was St. Henry, a team a lot of people thought would end Russia's hopes for a second straight state championship because St. Henry had been really scoring runs in the postseason. Russia had been struggling to score runs, not just in the postseason, but maybe at certain points later in the regular season. Well, good pitching beats good hitting. That's what they always say. That's the cliche, and it's a cliche because it often proves to be true. Well, that was certainly the case yesterday with Russia's Xavier Flippo. Wow, what a performance by Xavier Flippo. Not only on the mound, pitching all 8 innings, pitching out of a second and third base no-out jam in the sixth, but also going the distance and then getting the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 8th inning. He knocks in Jude Counts from second base with a single, and it's Russia moving on to take on top-ranked Berlin Highland, which also had to work overtime to win its semifinal game against Tiffin Calvert. Tiffin Calvert. They're called the Senecas, and then there's another school called Seneca East, so I get them mixed up. But no, Tiffin Calvert, which also had multiple chances against Highland and did not get it done. So it will be Highland, the number one ranked team in the state, against Russia. And Highland had a lot of guys who were all Ohio, and Russia didn't have very many guys who were all Ohio. So Braylon Cordonier will be on the mound for Russia, and we'll see who comes out on top. Maybe Coach Kevin Flippo and the Russia Raiders will get a second straight state championship. And if they do, I know that they will shout out their former basketball coach, the late Dave Borchers, because you still see those Be Like Dave t-shirts all throughout the Russia crowd, as was the case yesterday at Canal Park. Got to shout out one particular Russia Raider who might be a little under the radar. How about freshman catcher, Cooper Unverfurth? Whew, St. Henry wanted to challenge his arm. Bad idea. Cooper Unverfurth throws out a runner stealing in the first inning. In the second inning, St. Henry shelved the running game after that. Xavier Flippo did the rest. And kudos to St. Henry. I mean, a phenomenal year by the Redskins, and the Razor's Edge decided that game yesterday. It could be either one of those teams, Russia from the Shelby County League or St. Henry from the MAC, playing for the state title on Saturday. But it will, of course, be Russia and going for a second straight. Last year, a lot of people saw their win over Lincoln View as an upset. Maybe people will see their win over Berlin Highland should it transpire as an upset. But when you win the state championship 2 straight years, as Russia would do if it wins, there are no upsets there. They've got athletes. The same starting 5 in basketball are the first 5 players in the batting order for Coach Kevin Flippo. And by the way, I got to also throw some props to Braden Monin. Big time play, throwing out a runner on a ground ball that took a weird hop on him at second base to turn away another St. Henry threat. So, wow, what a performance yesterday in the 1 o'clock game. But the table was set for that kind of a thriller by the 10 o'clock game, one of the semifinals I got it wrong. The 1 o'clock game set the table for the drama in the 4 o'clock game because Russia and St. Henry were the 4 o'clock game. The 1 o'clock game was the Division I state semifinal between Olentangy Orange, not ranked in the final postseason or in the final poll from the Ohio Baseball Coaches Association. Orange not ranked. They had some injuries during the year. They're playing in a very competitive OCC where Olentangy Liberty beat them 3 times during the regular season. And everybody thought Liberty would beat them again in the regional final. Did not happen. In the regional semifinal, did not happen. Orange got that win. Then Orange upsets Grove City. Then Orange heads into the state semifinal against White House Anthony Wayne, and they fall behind. They had been scoring first. They fall behind. They show the character to score a run to tie the game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Then Anthony Wayne takes the lead in the top of the 8th inning. Orange comes back and says, no, we're not going home yet. They score and tie it in the 8th. We go to the 9th. And Cole Cahill, who started the game and pitched phenomenal for Olentangy Orange, starts the Orange game-winning rally in the bottom of the 9th inning with a triple and ultimately comes around to score on a suicide squeeze bunt. Perfectly executed. Jacob Tabor gets the win in relief. But Orange is moving on to play Moeller. Moeller, the top-ranked team in the state. Moeller beat Orange earlier in the year, 8-2. We'll see. Does Orange continue its Cinderella run in the postseason? We at PressProsMagazine.com certainly hope so. We would love to write about the first state baseball championship in Olentangy Orange history. Now, since all you Russia fans and since all you Olentangy Orange fans are going to be there today and you're looking for something to do because, I mean, your heart can only take so much pulsating baseball action, right? Why don't you travel a little bit off the beaten path, 4 miles off Route 30 to Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. You'll be there in like 40 minutes from Akron. A great day trip. Amish country's beautiful. Eat some great food, whether it's in the cafe or one of the other Amish-themed restaurants in that area, and see what all the fuss is about at Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. You hear me talk about it, you go, how can it be that great of a store? How can it have an inventory, Bruce, like no other store? Well, I mean, you got to go to see it, right? You wouldn't have believed yesterday's thrilling baseball action could be that thrilling until you actually saw it. You won't believe that Lehman's inventory can be as varied as it is. Something for the kids, great toy department, something for the cooks in the family. See, I almost said women, but no, cooks, because guys can be cooks too. And you got the hardware section, you got the antiques, you've got the case knives, you've got the lamps, you've got the grills, blah, 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 on and on and on and on. I can't extol the virtues of Lehman's enough. And by the way, you tell them you're a PressProsMagazine.com reader and that we sent you there, you will get a 15% discount. Phenomenal place. Also, get your entry in for the Lehman's $50 gift card. Then you can shop online, and they're always open online at lehmans.com, 24/7, 365. Congratulations to Highland and Russia and Moeller and Olentangy Orange. Those were the winners yesterday. We got another full day of baseball action at Canal Park in Akron today. Division II, Division III, PressProsMagazine.com team is there. I'm back in Columbus. Love to be there, but I'm back in Columbus doing my thing. And nobody will cover those games with the outstanding feature photography, with the outstanding feature writing, led by a real live, authentic baseball Hall of Famer, the legendary Hal McCoy. Yes, Hal McCoy is writing the baseball for PressProsMagazine.com. Where are you going to get a Hall of Fame baseball writer, a guy who has covered 3 World Championship teams, Major League Baseball World Series winning teams, the Reds of 1990, the Reds of 1976, the Reds of 1975, the Big Red Machine Reds. Hal McCoy's there for all of it, and he loves baseball so much he's there writing the baseball finals for PressProsMagazine.com. So enjoy your day. Good luck to our teams in the state finals on Saturday. Get your orders in at Lehmans.com. Use the promo code PressPros15 for a 15% discount. And I don't know how those teams can possibly top what they did on Thursday, but we await eagerly the state championship games on Saturday, and you'll be able to read about it free because there's no paywall ever at PressProsMagazine.com.